Potter's Journal apple pie with a few cranberries in it. Okay, it is county fair time. Look at that. First prize and best of show. But that's all fake. There are no fairs happening this year. And what about this? I thought I was always about showing how to use the ceramics. This is a tin plate. Well, I've got worn out telling people you can bake with these things in the oven. From now on, they're just a decorative place to place your tin pie. In fact, you can go and buy it in the bake shop and place it in here for its beauty. And then again, okay, what is true and what is fake? Is this apple pie made out of apples? Let's see what's going on in the studio today. What is real and what is fake? I was asked, who throws your pots? Because all I do is put them together. So in the last video I threw this big pot on an electric potter's wheel. And usually you see me put stuff together. This time, okay, we did the throwing part. However, look at this. This one came out bigger than that one. With the contest here, competing with Janice the Potter. Okay, this one came out bigger, except when I went to cut it off the wheel. Okay, look at that. There's no bottom. So I guess this does give us a chance to see how we did. I've just been working up to this size, so I kind of had a feeling, yeah, a little thin right here, a little thick right there. And okay, no bottom, so that's no good. Okay, yes, one more. Okay, with Janice the Potter teas here. Look at this. This is a bucket. I've got all these buckets of cone 4 to 6 reduction fire glaze I am not using. So if you need them, come and get them. This is some good stuff. Okay, so what is real and what is fake? So first I was called out on who throws your pots, because it's been a long time since I've thrown a big pot on the wheel. It's been little bowls, shallow things. But then when I finally did it, then I was called out on, wait a minute, I've seen you throw plenty of pots. So yeah, the story is I haven't thrown a lot of big things on a wheel. And I haven't thrown a lot of things on a kick wheel. And why I don't throw a lot of pots on the wheel? Well, because I don't know what I'm doing. These teachers know what they're doing. They're coning things up, whatever that means, and doing pulls, and attaching their hands together. Now, the kick wheel I don't use a lot, and that is something I don't know how to use. I don't know that they give instructions on how to use a kick wheel. I've been watching, a lot of people with the treadle wheels. Warren McKenzie, I think, used it pretty much exclusively. And they seem to work the treadle at the same time as they're kicking. And then I've seen videos of some Greek potters who actually sit side saddle at the wheel. And so very relaxed, and are both throwing while they're kicking. So I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong when I'm leaning like this and doing the kicking part. So then finally I came up across a video with Michael Dodd throwing, and he did exactly what I was doing. So maybe I did have it right at some point. Okay, the technique part, it's not so much knowing and doing and following the technique, but what comes natural. And with the kick wheel, at some point, because it's so much work, okay, you forget about centering and about getting, Okay, everything, yes, centered. And you go with what is there. You give into the wheel itself. I may have this actually going a bit fast. So yeah, going with what's here, we need to thin that out a little bit down there. And as it slows, you either slow down your thought and what you're doing, or you've got to kick it again. And if I do, I'm just going to have to slow it down to decorate it, so we are just going to go with what happens. And this is okay. Before I move on, we'll do this slip decorating again. Before I move on to something else, I am working on a dinnerware set right now. The bowls are up here behind me. So that has been okay, everything by the size and measured, and however I didn't use calipers. They come out close enough, and you eye it up too with the lines on the wheel. Okay, and you know, I've been hydroplaning these off since they're going to be trimmed. Okay, so I can't keep the secret any longer. Okay, the pie is a mock apple pie. Okay, it is zucchini pie. So, is it real or is it fake? Well, nobody's getting hurt with the zucchini pie. And it's fun to let people guess and keep them in suspense. And actually, not only is it not a zucchini pie, but it is a trombonica, an Italian squash that if you pick it very young, it's like a zucchini, or you can let it mature and it becomes more like a winter squash. I actually picked one that was a bit too mature, and it has a bit of a pumpkin-y taste to it, whereas from what I understand, we'll have to still try the zucchini pie. Most people can't tell them apart. And I think it is the same squash I just saw growing in the Potter's Kitchen. Now, the Potter's Kitchen has been uploading, I'm not going to say videos, but short films on mostly food for about a half a year now. And they've been featured the garden and cooking. But she just did her first kiln unloading. So I am going to send you there. And let her know there what you think, or let me know there what you think. That if you've enjoyed the food part of my videos and the garden parts, I'm sure you'll like the Potter's Kitchen. They are more like little art films, very poetic, relaxing, seem to draw you in, comforting, something we really all need right now. Yeah, I would love to try a treadle wheel. I've never used one. I've seen images of, and this thing could be converted, and I do know somebody who could do it for me, but he's already taken care of my tractors, and he's already taken care of my truck, so I don't want to lose the essentials. Okay, and I've been putting the slip-on very formal. We are going to go with a big splash and then come down to practically nothing on the T-balls here. And this time we are just going to have one band and see what happens with that. Okay, let's see. Where did we start? We started right there. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so what's real and what is fake? I've gave Lee at LB Ceramics some advice on using animal repellents, getting rid of monkeys in his garden. But the truth is, if I were him, how come that isn't sliding? If I was him, I would go to the produce yard and I would get the biggest bunch of bananas the way they grow and come off the tree, and I would be feeding those monkeys morning, noon, and night. Okay, I'm going to get another bag of clay. It looks like this is not big enough. I've been using 1 1/4 pounds here today. So stop back next week. We will take a look at these things finished, and we will have a complete garden tour. But for now, okay, is it real or is it fake? Well, it was a real mock apple pie. And I've showed you the trombonicas before. Here they are. The older ones get yellow, and the younger ones are more green. Okay, stop back.